Hello, our topic today is conditional statements in Python. So, what are conditional statements? Conditional statements are often used in programming languages. They are statements that allow the execution of a certain code block based on specific conditions. Usually, these conditions indicate if specific set of instructions are executed or not. So conditional statements execute a particular set of instructions if the condition is true. Otherwise, different actions can be taken depending on whether alternative conditions are met. So the condition usually involves comparison, like checking if one value is greater than another. For example, we want to say if x is greater than 5. We'll see such examples subsequently. So, or less than or equal to. So, a conditional statement consists of a condition and an action that should be taken if the condition is met or if the condition is not met. So in a conditional statement, a condition is stated and the appropriate action that should follow if the condition is met or if the condition is not met. So the condition consists of comparisons like using your greater than sign or less than or equal to. Action consists of the block of code that gets executed if the condition is true. And if the condition is false, this block is skipped. So the action consists of the block of code that are executed if the condition is true. But when the condition is not true, the block of codes are skipped. The basic syntax of conditional statements. So in Python, let's see the basic syntax of conditional statements. So the common keywords for conditional statements in Python are if, elif, and else. If, elif, and else. So let's see a basic syntax. The if condition. The if condition is often used when the code block executed is true. So code block executed if the condition is true. When we use the if statement, if that condition is true, that code block will be executed. While elif is another condition. We use elif when we want to set another condition. For example, if the first condition is if x is greater than 5, and we now want to set another condition, if x is equal to 6, that is another condition. So we use elif if we want to set another condition, and the code block is executed if the previous condition is false and this one is true. Then we have the else statement. Else statement is executed, the code block is executed if all conditions are false. So note it again. If is a condition that is given, the first condition, the if statement is used to indicate the first condition. And when the condition is true, the code block directly under the if statement is executed. But if the condition is false, another condition can be set, and in that case we use the elif statement. The elif statement is used when the if statement is false, but another condition is true. So the elif statement is executed if the previous condition is false and this one is true. Then the else statement is executed if all the other conditions are false. Then we execute the else statement. So let's see a typical example. The if statement is used, as I said, to check a condition. If the condition evaluates to true, the code inside the if block is executed. The elif statement checks additional conditions if the first if condition is false. Then the else block runs if the condition is false. Let's see an example. X is equal to 10. If x is greater than 4, print x is greater than 4. Elif x is equal to 4. Print x is equal to 4. Else, print x is less than 4. That is the code. So what would you expect from the output of this code? You can guess. From what we have, x is equal to 10. Is x greater than 4? Yes. Is x equal to 4? No. And is x less than 4? No. So the program, this particular program, will print x is greater than 4 because 10 is greater than 4. Then we have what we call nested if statements. Nested if statements. A nested if statement refers to an if statement that exists inside another if, elif, or else block. So if we have an if statement that exists inside another if statement, or it exists inside another elif statement, or it exists inside an else block, then we have what we call nested if. Nested if. Example, if x is equal to 15, x is equal to 15, x is equal to 15. If x is greater than 10, print x is greater than 10. If x is greater than 20, print x is also greater than 20. Else, print x is not greater than 20. So from this program, we can see that x is equal to 15. Is x greater than 10? Yes, it's greater than 10. But is it greater than 20? No, it's not greater than 20. So you see that it will print x is not greater than 20. Then we have what we call logical operators in conditions. Logical operators, your common logical operators are and, or, not, exclusive, or. They are logical operators, and they can be used to execute certain conditions or certain conditional statements. So when we are using and, when we are using an and logical operator, all conditions must be true. When we want to use an and logical operator, all conditions must be true. If you are using an or logical operator, at least one condition must be true. If one out of two conditions are true, then it can be executed. Then when we use the not operator, it inverts the value of the condition. So if the value is 1, the output will be 0 because the not operator inverts the value. Let's look at an example. X is equal to 5, y is equal to 10. If X is greater than 3 and y is greater than 15, print both conditions are true. Is X greater than 3? Yes. But is y greater than 15? That is y less than 15? Also yes. 10 is less than 15. So both conditions are true. It will print both conditions are true. Thank you very much for listening, and God bless you.